Attention, incoming transmission detected. This transmission has been authorized by the 69th Potato Squadron. Please stand by to receive 69th Potato Squadron transmission. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transmission initiation sequence is now activated.
Hey, what's going on, fellow captains? It's Muse. So this video is going to be about my pet peeves with Wargaming and Legends. Reason for this is after I made the video about the YouTube collaboration, and after all the times I've defended Wargaming, I've been accused of drinking the Wargaming Kool Aid. So we're gonna put an end to that nonsense, and I'm gonna share some of the things that bother me about Wargaming and about Legends. I am indeed a fangirl of Wargaming. I've followed the company a long time. I've played almost every product they've made.
Smoke screen set.
And I'm definitely a fan of the company. I know a lot of people at the company. I believe in those people, and those people really love what they do. Really love what they do for a job. And seeing somebody be passionate about what they do and love the company they work for, makes me feel a certain kind of way towards that company. So yeah, but we're gonna talk about my peeves with Legends. I have a bunch of them, and you know, I'm no different than you guys. I have things that I don't like in this game that I disagree with. I don't sit there and I don't whine, I don't bitch, I don't cry about it. Some people are probably going to say that's what this video is. This video is me showing you that I'm not going to sit there and defend everything out of Legends and everything out of Wargaming. There are things I disagree with, and that's what this video is. So for the trolls, go ahead and say it's me bitching and crying and whining. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even be making this in the first place, so it is what it is. Troll on. Do your thing. That being said, we have some B-roll footage playing for you guys in the background. So the first game's Exeter, second game is going to be Marblehead, just something for y'all to watch while we talk. Another thing I want to address real quick is people say, and a lot of people seem to say this, I don't allow them their opinions. And that, I'm gonna sit here, and this will probably be the only swear word in this video, is 100% bullshit. 100% bullshit. And let me tell you why. I'm a humble person. I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. I have no problem apologizing. I have no problem doing any of those things. Can I be an asshole sometimes? Oh, I swore twice now. I can 100% be an asshole. 100%. But I'm a reasonable asshole. And when I'm wrong, I will admit it. But in order for you to prove me wrong, you have to be factual. And you have to come with factual things. And your opinion is not fact. Facts don't care about your feelings. Remember that? Remember that? Facts don't care about your feelings? Well, yeah, they don't. So your opinion, no matter how you feel about it, is not fact. So just because you state your opinion does not mean I need to change mine. I believe in free speech. I'm a veteran. I wish people would use their free speech a little wiser. For better things than being an edgelord, being a troll. Like, people died so you could have free speech, and that's the best you can do with it. Be an edgelord, be a troll. That's really your A game with your free speech. It's kind of sad. Anyway. I don't have a problem with people's opinions. I don't. You're entitled to whatever good or crap opinion you would like to have. That doesn't make it fact. And I don't have to change mine. I'm allowed my opinion. I'm allowed my perspective. I'm allowed my views on things. Which I don't get into, and I don't try to shove down people's throats. You know, half the time, a lot of what you're seeing in this country right now is this polarized extremism. And it's like the whole cult group mentality of you have to be right or you have to be left. I'm neither. I think both sides are just absolute idiots. Both sides are in a freaking cult. Because if you don't believe exactly what that side believes, you're outcast. That's cult shit. So no, I don't agree with either. Both are morons. So leave me out of it. Like, what do you want me to do? I don't have a horse in the race. So, yeah, that's that. I don't have a problem with people's opinions. Please don't have a problem with mine. Like, if I disagree with you, we disagree. It's okay to disagree. It really is. Like, be an adult. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about the ships things. So, first thing I have a huge peeve with, and this is a huge one for me because I'm a radar cruiser player, is the whole 5 seconds before your team can see somebody with radar. Let me tell you why this is a peeve for me. So, first of all, when you're talking about real life, and I understand this is a game, this is arcadey, this is blah blah blah, all that good stuff, okay? I understand. But when you're talking about actual radar in real life, in naval warfare, and this was something I had to learn from my occupation in the Air Force, was a whole bunch about radar. It's not a 15 to 45 second consumable. It's running constantly. It allows you to see over the horizon beyond what can be seen with the eye. That's the entire purpose of radar. So to me, the ideal implementation of radar in this game, for example, if you have, you know, a stealth cruiser that has a detection of, let's say, 8.8 kilometers, and it has a radar of 9 kilometers, that radar, for the entire 15-minute duration of the battle, anything that comes within 9 kilometers of that ship should automatically be spotted. That's how radar should work in the game, in my opinion. Because that's how it works in real life. And I understand, it's a game, so we're going to make it a consumable. Which I already disagree with, just on premise alone. Like, that's not how radar works. You don't get it for, you know, 10 minutes in a real battle. Like, it's there constantly. The other thing that I really pick a bone with is the nerf they did to radar, to where it's 5 seconds before your teammates can see what you have radared. And this is, to me, just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. And let me tell you why it's mind-boggling. Because apparently enough DD players cried about getting ganked, or somebody at Wargaming themselves got ganked in a radar trap, and we're like, oh, this shit's gotta go. That's not okay. That's not okay. You have these low concealment, like so many DDs in this game have below 5 kilometers of concealment with a 16.4 just fully kitted out build. A lot of the Germans do, a lot of the IJNs you can get either just below 5 or just over 5. There's so many ships that are right around that 5 kilometer of detectability. And then some of them have 3-4 racks of torps. Some of them have builds, their torps reload in 45 seconds. So if they have 4 racks of torps every 45 seconds and 5 kilometers of concealment, they're not out there ganking people. But because they got ganked by a radar cruiser, we have to nerf radars? Really? Really? That makes me kind of wonder a little bit. Makes me kind of wonder. Like, who got their feelings hurt at Wargaming? That was a necessary thing. To add a 5-second delay before your team can shoot at somebody you radar. And let me explain a little further why. So, as a radar cruiser player, usually when I'm tracking a DD, I'm out in front of battleships, red battleships, that can depth strike me with one salvo. That means I'm not sitting broadside. I don't have all my turrets pointed towards that DD. Most likely, the only thing pointed towards that DD is my 2 front turrets. Which means I have 4 to 6 guns. Now, assuming I'm running something with 152s on it, a Cleveland, a Weimar, something along that lines, I have just under a 5-second reload. So, I'm gonna pop that radar when they're at the edge of my range to where they can just turn around and get out before my team can shoot at them, and fire 2 turrets at them. So they can go dark when they leave the radar, and I'm gonna be spotted out in front of battleships. Now, if my team could help me out when I radar the dude, it would be a little more worth it, right? It would be more worth it. So I don't even use my radar when something's right on the edge of my range like that. The only time I will is if I'm trying to scare something out of a cap or scare something away from a battleship. And I use it more as a scare tactic than, like I'm gonna kill him with that radar. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense that there's a 5-second delay before my team can see the dude. Like, I'm sorry that, you know, somebody at Wargaming got their feelings hurt, or that, you know, DDs are crybabies, that, you know, they enjoy ganking people but don't like being ganked, or whatever happened to make somebody make that decision. But that's an awful decision. That's an awful decision. When I go into a DD game, as a DD, the first thing I do is open my game roster, look at the list of red ships, and start counting radars. And I figure out, okay, there's 3 radar ships. And then what do I do? Do I go YOLOing across the map blindly? No. I wait until those 3 ships are spotted and I know where they are. And I can account for them. And only then am I going to go in and am I going to engage a DD or go get a cap. Once I know where those radar ships are, because that's being savvy of radar cruisers. And if somebody's not savvy of radar cruisers and they just go YOLOing in, they deserve to get fucking yeeted by a red team. They deserve it 100%. 100% deserve it. Like, if you, as a DD player, can't account for radar cruisers, you deserve what you get. I've been ganked in DDs before because somebody caught me off guard, but usually not. Like, it's funny because a lot of the things people cry about in this game are preventable. But we need to nerf... I don't want to get into that because I'm about to get into that in a second. Let's just go ahead and get into that right now. So, another peeve I have with this game is that we're moving away from anything that has utility, and we're moving, and this was said by Hipper, and I actually agree with it. We're moving towards this, like, just pure damage kind of thing. That's not enjoyable to me. Like, if I want to just go mindlessly do damage, like, I'll play Diablo 3 or I'll play some mobile games. There's other games that do it better. I come to Legends because I want team play, I want strategy. I want a tactical game. And yeah, it's arcadey, but That's the draw for me, is I have to actually think about things. It's chess. So if you take all the chess elements out and you turn it into checkers, I'm no longer interested. I don't care about a pure damage game. I can go play Diablo 3. I can go play a ton of mobile games where I just mindlessly go, you know, build something and go make damage. Like, there's no appeal to that. And that was the draw to this game for a lot of people, is that it was chess. And the fact that it's slowly devolving into checkers is what's turning a lot of people off. That's one of the biggest things I think I see that is turning people off, is you know, do they like the aggressive monetization? No. There's a lot of things they don't like. But the fact that the game is becoming so mindless, and I guess that's a way to cater to the problem of, you know, newer players and inexperienced players and things like that. But at the same time, it's ruining the game for a lot of people. A lot of people just, it doesn't hold your attention like it used to. Do I still have fun? Yeah, I still have fun, but there's days where it's not fun. And not because I'm losing, just, it's mindless at times. It really is mindless at times. It is purely about, you know, just going out and farming damage. And as much damage as possible. And it's not about utility. Like, you have the whole, World of Warships PC right now is dealing with the sub-shotgunning problem. And they've come up with a pretty good solution to it. And the solution is, one, they've nerfed the speed of torpedoes so that they're not immediately going full speed. So if you have a 90 kilometer per hour torpedo, it doesn't immediately come out of the tube at 90 kilometers per hour. It takes time to wind up to that speed. So the closer you shoot it, the slower it goes, and that gives people reaction time to make an evasive maneuver to it. I think for torpedoes, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Because it gives people a chance. And the closer somebody is, the more it gives them a chance. So it rewards higher skill. Somebody that can snipe, because their torp will be going 90 kilometers an hour by the time it pops up. And then the other thing they're doing is nerfing the damage in close. So if you're within like 3 kilometers of a battleship, your torpedoes are only going to hit for 10% of their damage. And that again rewards higher skill. It means if you back off and fire and snipe from a distance, you're going to get a heck of a lot more damage than if you're sitting 3 kilometers away just dumping 3 racks of torps into somebody's side. And I think those two mechanics combined are a good solution for torps in this game. It rewards skill. Some of my friends are incredibly... I am terrible with torpedoes. Some of my friends are very good with them. They can read a map. They can predict people's movements. They can understand the game state. And understand this is what needs to happen for the red team in this battle. So this is where this person's going to go. This is where I'm going to put my torps. And they don't have to get anywhere close. They can fire their torps from max range and still def strike. Reward those players, not the one that, you know, YOLOs up and from freaking 4.8 kilometers away in a Shima just dumps 3 racks of torps and you know, knows he's going to take some hits, but what does it matter because the guy's def struck? That's the stuff I'd like to see. Rewarding skill, not just, you know, oh, here's a frickin' sub 5 kilometer GD with, you know, 3 racks of torps that can reload every 45 seconds. Go have fun, kid. Like, it's so ridiculous. And then you're gonna nerf radars? Like, you'll allow that crap, but you'll nerf radars. You'll nerf carriers. You're gonna nerf the spotting on carriers. Are we serious? Are we serious with that? Like, why are you taking utility out of game? Why are you taking the things that make it a chess match out of the game in favor of making it checkers? Why? I don't want to play checkers. What draws me to this game is it's chess. I have to think about what I'm doing. You know, the days where I'm like super tired and just exhausted and beat and don't feel like thinking, I don't play this game. I don't. It's too much to think about sometimes. But when I'm, you know, I've gotten a good rest, I'm, you know, feeling charged up, I'm healthy, I'm good. I love playing this game. I love playing chess. I love outthinking an opponent. To me, those are the best fights in this game. Is when I go against somebody and win or lose that fight, they're thinking. It's not just a mindless YOLO, I'm gonna dump torps into you and there ain't shit you can do about it. They're thinking. They're calculating their strategy. I'm calculating mine. And it's a game of chess between me and them. And that's what I enjoy. So yeah, that's a pet peeve that we're going towards this, you know, Diablo 3. Just go out and, you know, gear your tune up well enough and you can just do as much damage as you want. Like, that's... I expect better of you, Wargaming. I really do. That's disappointing. And I understand you have to cater to casuals, but that's disappointing. That really is. And so yeah, anybody that says, you know, I'm just a, I'm over here doing the Jim Jones thing, drinking the Kool Aid, here you go. There's things I disagree with fundamentally with what Wargaming does. There's things I don't like. Does that mean I need to, you know, cry and scream about them? Does that mean I need to threaten to leave the game? Does that mean I need to throw a tantrum? No. You know, if they come out with an event I'm not interested in, this campaign, the Schroeder, get the out of here with the Schroeder. I don't want that thing. I don't. So I'm not doing the campaign. Am I telling other people not to do the campaign? Am I telling anybody to boycott? No. If you want the Schroeder, by all means, go get the Schroeder. It's not my cup of tea. Like, to me personally, I want to see a light cruiser, a premium light cruiser in Tier 8. I've been waiting since Tier 8 came out for a premium light cruiser in Tier 8. We've gotten everything but a premium light cruiser at Tier 8. Including fucking mean secondary cruisers. Who asked for that? Who asked for that? You can't give me a light cruiser, but you can give me a freaking secondary German, no torpedo, brawling secondary cruiser. What the? What? No, I don't want it. I don't want it, but I'm also not going to tell people not to get it. I'm not going to tell people to boycott the game. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, Wargaming's going to shit. That's the campaign. It is what it is. Maybe next month we'll get something, you know, I'm actually interested in. I'm not interested in Schroeder. That's my personal opinion. That is my preference. Doesn't do it for me. Doesn't mean somebody else might not enjoy it. Doesn't mean somebody, you know, might not find a build for it that works. It doesn't mean that, you know, 2 months after this campaign is over, Wargaming's not going to buff the hell out of that thing, and it's going to become, you know, something absolutely ridiculous. Ships change all the time. There's been campaign ships that I bought that were complete trash when I did the campaign. Looking at you, Bag Ration. Looking right at you, Bag Ration. That thing was a POS when the campaign finished. And it's been buffed twice since, and the thing's a beast now. So, and what? That's what happens sometimes. So if you want to skip it, skip it. You never know what'll happen in the future. You really don't. Like, Schroeder 6 months from now could be an absolute monster at tier 6. And anybody that skipped it is gonna have to get in a Christmas crate, is what it is. You shouldn't have skipped it. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell people skip it. I'm not gonna tell people boycott it. Is what it is. Does that make me drinking the Kool Aid? Does it? Does it? Am I drinking the Kool Aid? Because I'm a realist? Because it happened with Bag Ration? Oh god. Like, people crack me up. They're so ridiculous. They're so edgelordy. So trolly. Like, just be frickin' adults for once. For real. But yeah, so those are my, like, some of my biggest pet peeves with Legends, with Wargaming. Like, feel free to let me know what you guys think, your thoughts, your opinions, your pet peeves. I'd love to hear them. You know, I just don't like the whole crying thing, the whining, why are they doing this? Why? Like, get over it. Really. Like, get over it. It's a collaboration, an event you're not interested in. It's like, every time there's an event somebody's not interested in, they lose their freaking minds. So, that Hot Wheels event was gonna happen. I was actually interested in that. A bunch of my friends were interested in that. Probably some really cool skins gonna come from Hot Wheels. And so many people cried about it, they went and canceled it. So all the people that were interested lost out because people were like, yeah, why would you do this? Why? Why? Like little baby tantrums, man. Like, chill. And just every time there's, you know, the racing. Okay, so you don't like the racing. Don't do the racing. That's all I have for y'all. You take care, YouTube. Good hunting, fair seas, captains. I'll catch you next time.